Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and I love to read books. For today's video, I thought it'd be cute to go through my fall TBR. Now my fall TBR is going to be from the months of September to the end of November. So that's 3 months. I picked out 17 books that I have stacked right here, and then there's one on my Kindle. Now if you know anything about me, I am the biggest mood reader that's ever lived. So I can have all 17 of these books on my TBR. I'm not expecting myself to read more than 4 of them. So if I do more than 4, also a mood reader, I thought it'd be fun just to put all the titles in a jar. I know this is not a Halloween-y jar. I get to find one that I liked. So I have all 17 books in here. And when time comes, I'm going to shake it and pull one out. That way it's kind of a mystery, adds more fun to the whole premise of a fall TBR. Alright, the first book we're going to talk about is the book that I have on my Kindle for my entire fall TBR as of now. Like I said, I'm a mood reader. It's Head First by author Amelia Markley. I'm saying that right. So I found this book via TikTok. It popped up on my For You page. Let me read you the tropes and then you'll understand why. Single dad. We could stop there. Tattoo artist nanny. It's a rom-com, small town, found family, banter, close proximity, feel good, and she put 3 peppers. You had me at single dad. So I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've had a good single dad book in my fingers. So I'm very excited to get this started. This is like one of my next immediate reads. I'm reading 2 books currently. And once one of them is done, I'm immediately diving into this book. I'm literally so excited. Next book that is on my fall TBR, I am so late to this game. I know the second book comes out this year. It's fine, better late than never. And that is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Now this is special because my friend Mary fully annotated it for me. It has drawings, post-it notes, tabs, comments, the whole 9 yards. What do I know about this book? This is Kingfisher. It's like a little scrapbook. So yeah, there's not like a blurb on the back. This is the indie version prior to her getting traditionally published and then re-releasing the same book in hardback. He's a shadow daddy, and that's all I need to know. It's almost done with this book, and she has been sending me screenshots of like text she's highlighted on her Kindle, and I immediately said, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll read it. Pull my leg. So that's why she's on the TBR, and my friend put so much time and effort into this book. It's about time I give it its love it deserves. The next book I pre-ordered when it came out due to the chance that you got a cute little page overlay. I got the page overlay, but I have not read this book in almost 4 years. Come December, it'll be 4 years since I read the first book of this series, and this is Nightbane by Alex Astor. I spent money on it, so I need to read it, obviously. This takes place after the events of Lightlark, obviously. Isla, our female main character, has gained the hearts of 2 people, Grimm and Oro. I'm pulling for Grimm. That's all I can tell you and all I can remember about this book. It was based off that like all these rulers of different lands went to an island and whatever, you had to fight for your power, and Isla didn't have power. She was just a heart eater, but it turns out Isla had power. I don't know. Let me show you why I bought this book and then we can move on. How beautiful. There's Oro and there's Grimm and Isla. So that's why I bought it. This is probably, if I got this out of the TBR jar and it was like closer to the beginning of September, if I pulled this out of the TBR jar like right now, I probably would put it back in because it's not high, like out of all of these books, it's not high on my list at all. But I want to finish it because we're getting a Grimm and Oro book in October. Why is your reason for finishing series to buy the next book? Anyway, so I might get to it. This might be one that I just keep putting back until I can't put back anymore, but hopefully my feelings change. Next book I bought because it was on sale, a big sale, and Brittany talked about it in one of her videos a while ago. I ended up buddy reading it. I don't know if we can do that at the same time because I'm doing mine out of a jar, but I digress. And that is The Bloodgar by CC Robinson. I believe this is a gladiator romance, I want to assume. Enter the arena, seize 2 weapons, now try to survive. Let's read. Oh, yeah, I'm sad. 100 years, tens of thousands of gladiators, and say one will rise. Everything in the kingdom of Arrow is a lie. Leaf of Grey thought coming to this new land and volunteering to fight the gladiator in a vicious bloodthirsty tournaments where the only strongest survive would earn him enough gold to save his dying sister. He thought there was nothing left to lose. He was wrong, and they took everything, his hope, his freedom, his very humanity. All Leaf has left behind is battle-scarred body, fueled by rage and hardened from years of fighting to the right to live another day. Then Leaf meets Maeve, an 11 royal who is everything he despises, everything he should hate, until Luring Princess offers him one thing he needs most: a chance to win the Blood Guard and his freedom. Okay. I don't know. It sounded good. I've never seen a gladiator romance before. And like, we've had Greek retellings, we have hockey romance, we have monster romance, baseball romance, we have all the romances. I think this might be the first gladiator one. Could be wrong, don't quote me. But I bought it because it was on sale. The cover is pretty and had sprayed edges, and because Brittany has it too. Speaking of Brittany, my favorite topic to talk about is my friend. This next book is her favorite book. It's not one of her, it is her favorite book. She's read it a total of 3 times so far. I read it before and I think I gave it a 3-star. I just wasn't vibing with it, but I'm gonna try again because I'm nothing but if a loyal friend. The Song of Achilles. You all know what it's about. I don't have to tell you what it's about. It's a retelling of Achilles and his lover or whatever. She told me I should listen to the audiobook, so I have this physically here, but I might read an audio at the same time just see if like the more immersive experience helps me at all. I'm hoping it does because I want to like the book she likes, even though it's totally fine to not like the same books your friend likes. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this again for her. The next thing is 2 books, but I'm just gonna count it as one because inevitably you read it as one, and it is the tandem read, if you know what I'm talking about. It is The Empire of Storms and The Tower of Dawn. This is where I'm at on my Throne of Glass read. This is my first time reading it. I haven't touched the series probably in 4 months. This intimidates the shit out of me. I am not going to physically read the tandem read because you cannot catch me carting around an almost 1,000-page book, except when it's alchemized. I will be buying alchemized. Add that to this list. But I started listening to the audiobook and then I got really invested in another fantasy series, and I can't listen to 2 fantasies at once because I get very confused. I talked about this before when I was reading Onyx Storm and Throne of Glass at the same time. I got very confused. I'm going to audiobook this. I have a playlist where it has it broken down into the tandem read. I know it needs to happen because after this it's the Kingdom of Ash, and then I'm caught up in the Sarah J Maas universe, and I'm ready for ACOTAR 6 whenever she decides to gift that to us. It needs to happen. That's why it's on this list. I'm not feeling like the pull that the series has. Like, it's a good series, I enjoy it, but it's not holding me like ACOTAR is, and I'm not even going to compare it to Crescent City because I hated that series. But hopefully this will give me more feelings, and then Kingdom of Ash hurts everyone's heart, so hopefully that's where I can get to. So the tandem read is on here, and it's literally on the jar pull. This is the tandem read. So Empire Storms, Tower of Dawn, the next 2 books in the Throne of Glass series. We just finished Something Happened to Dorian. I don't know. I should probably do a recap of what happened in Queen of Shadows, but I think something happened to Dorian and they came in front of the entire city and pronounced Dorian the new king, maybe? I don't know. I could be getting the entire thing wrong. Don't quote me on it, but we're gonna get to these. This next book I have because my friend Seth sent it to me and I think it's just funny. This is Cherry by Michelle Rosa, and it is a deal with a succubus novel. I love succubuses. I think they're the most interesting logical creatures that we have. Why not lure a man to death with sex? Beats me. But this is about Amelia, who does whatever she wants, and then she meets Levi, who is a part of the mafia. So it's like a little mafia romance, the succubus. I don't know. I want to get to it because my friend sent it to me and I'm just so excited. I know nothing about this book. I've never heard of this author. I'm just excited. My friend sent it to me, so I want to read it, and it's another new author that I have yet to read, so I could find a new author. Oh, Amelia is a dancer and a dominatrix as well. Forgot to add that, so sign me up. I was so kindly gifted the second book in this series by Entangled Publishing, a dark mafia romance, so I went out and I bought the first book of the series because I want to be fully immersed, and that is The Brit by Jodi Ellen Maupus. Really zero, like I said, the second book, which is called The Enigma, was sent to me, so I went and purchased this one out. Assuming it's going to be enemies to lovers. I have no idea. The edges are beautiful. I love it. It's broken glass to match the broken timer hourglass. So because it was sent to me, I need to get through the first book to get to the second book. I'm excited. I'm craving a new dark romance series. I finished Legacy of Gods, Owl's Night. I've read pretty much all the series that you can read, and I need something else, so I'm very excited to get to this. Fall means dark academia, professor, student, whatever have you. So it's only right that this book is on here because last year I read Gothicana. I don't think they're related at all, but it's Enigma by Runix. I'm just so enthralled. It's beautiful. Here is some character art. It's just so glorious. Like I said, I have no recollection of what this could possibly be about, but because it's Runix and because I have Gothicana and the Predator, I needed to have this as well. Dark academia, professor, student, I believe, and I'm here for it. Like I said, love dark romance. I love Runix. I love her writing style, so it's only right we get our next Runix book on the fall TBR. The next one is going to fill a hole in my heart that was The Handmaid's Tale, and that is The Testaments, which is the sequel, not sequel, but events that take place after Handmaid's Tale, like years in the future. Not sure. I think we might be getting a spin-off series with this book. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. I could be just pulling that out of my ass. But this is after June gets out of Gilead, saves some more children, blows up the commander. Sorry for the spoiler alert. I really loved this series. I thought it was so powerful. I thought it was so scary because it could happen. It could happen, and I could be of Dylan and you could be of whoever the man in your life is, and that's just terrifying. So my mom read this. She wasn't a big fan of it, but I wanted to get my hands on it, so I have it here and we are going to read it. Republic of Gilead maintains its repressive grip on power, but it is beginning to rot from within. At this crucial moment, two young women from radically different experiences of the regime will come to face with legendary ruthless Aunt Lydia. How far will each go for what she believes in? If you know, Aunt Lydia is a piece of shit. So, very excited to get back into this universe. And I'm going just simply based off that the colors every time I look at my bookshelf make me extremely happy, and I know absolutely nothing else, and that's Lady Macbeth with the pink edges. Let me read to you what it's about so I can also be informed. The lady knows the stories, how her eyes induce madness in men. The lady knows she will be wed to a Scottish brute who does not leave his warrior ways behind when it comes to marriage bed. The lady knows his hostile, suspicious court will be a game of strategy requiring all of her wiles and hidden witchcraft to survive. But the lady does not know her husband has an occult secrets of his own. She does not know that the prophecy girds him like armor. She does not know that her magic is greater and more dangerous and that will threaten the order of the world. She does not know this yet, but she will. I don't know why I want to read in the fall. It just looks spooky. Spooky. That's all I know. So, because she looks like a ghost, that's why I'm reading it. Next three books are considered the blueprint of dark academia. One is not really like it's based off a blueprint. The first one I will talk about probably came out first, and that is The Picture of Dorian Gray. I don't know why. I love the idea and I love the thought of this book, and this is my second edition I have on my shelves. I have another edition, flower and gold foiled. I don't know why anytime people talk about this book I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds so interesting and I want to read it, when I don't know anything about this book. I want to get to this because it'll tie into our next book. I heard that if you read this and then you read our next book, you'll understand the underlying tone of all dark academia, or all academia books. So our next book is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This has been on my TBR for 3 years. I want to get to it, that way I understand. Understanding is when you read the Game of Thrones or you read any other big fantasy books, you understand kind of where all the writers in fantasy genre take their inspiration from. So I know Haley Fan made a video where she read Game of Thrones and then she compared it to ACOTAR, and like there were so many parallels. So from what I understand, these two books pull a lot of parallels into all dark academia books. So that's why I'm going to read them. Read these, so I'm going to read these. Which brings us to the third book in that bundle, and it is If We Were Villains. This is about Oliver, who was released from jail, and the detective who put him in jail is waiting for him when he gets out to solve a murder? I'm assuming to solve a murder, but it sounds like it's loosely based off of The Secret Society, and this was a special edition I found on sale for 70% off. So I got it. I think Brittany also has this in her fall TBR, so I'd love to know her thoughts, so that's why it's also in mine. The last two books, we have Gleam, which is the book in the Play to Prisoner series, which is King Midas retelling. I know absolutely nothing besides that about this book. I've broken out of my gilded cage, and if I want to stay that way, I have to make the choice. The problem is the choice just became so much harder. Revenger is a complication I can't afford, and their grit and revenge are simmering inside of me. It's all going to boil over soon, and someone will get ruined, but this time it won't be me. So after Glenn, obviously, where Auron, our female main character, realizes King Midas was just using her for his own profit and gain because she can turn things to gold, and that Commander Rip, who she was just captured by, is actually King Ravenger, who is somebody that she feared and was told she needed to fear. So now she's in a little bit of a little triangle, hopefully a love triangle. I don't fuck with King Midas. I loved Commander Rip as a person, so hopefully nothing changes and he can still be like Commander Rip. Fingers crossed. Talked about this book in my fantasy TBR video. I said if I do not get to the series by the end of the year, someone punch me, someone remind me, and here I am staying true to my word and reminding myself. My last book on my fall TBR is The Awakening from the Zodiac Academy, the first book of the Zodiac Academy. I have tried to listen to this several times. I've tried to read it several times. I just can never get my head in the game. So we are going to lock in and get through this book, and hopefully it consumes me whole. So this book introduces us to Tori and Darcy, who discover that they are Fae and heir to the magical throne of the world of Solora. Get thrown into a college based off of zodiac signs and elemental powers. I know that they get bullied really fucking bad, but Tori and Darcy have to master their newfound powers and then try to secure their inheritance from the Fae world. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone please send me all the good vibes that I actually get through this damn book. Please. I would not be mad if this book came out first, but it is what it is. So to end this video, I thought it would be cool for us to go ahead and pick the first book that we'll be reading out of my fall TBR. So here it is. I'm going to give this a very good shake. Got one. Oh, I don't know how I folded this. Oh, that's upside down. The first book we will be reading off of my fall TBR is Quicksilver, and I'm not mad about that. One down, 16 to go. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video and going through my fall TBR with me. I'm very excited. As I said, I'm a mood reader, so if y'all have any other books that should be listed on my TBR, let me know down below, and maybe they can get added. I'm not gonna limit myself on what I can and can't read. These are just my high priority books. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!